Someone was commenting to me recently that a certain segment of Marietta population probably all comes here to Wiser Wealth Management, since we're one of the best here in Marietta. And that was a very kind comment. And we started talking about some of the neighborhoods that have popped up over the years. And, you know, I made a point to the person I was talking to that a lot of those homes would probably never come here because so many people have overextended themselves when it comes to car loans and very, very large mortgages and toys and all these other things. And so we started talking about, you know, what are the pitfalls of just spending everything that you make? And this might seem like a really silly conversation to have, but, you know, I think that's how most people live. Statistically, baby boomers only have like $120,000 saved for retirement. Most of that's probably equity in their home. And so we have a real saving problem here in the U.S. And you know what we see when that brand new Mercedes or brand new BMW pulls up next to the stoplight, it could be that person is, you know, consuming most of their pay to pay for that. Doing things that they really shouldn't be. They're not saving in 401k plans. They're not putting money for a rainy day. So that kind of led to us doing this video. And maybe if you're watching this, you might need a reminder that you shouldn't compare yourselves to others. I think Dave Ramsey and his program do a great job of talking about this. But you have to stay in your lane and do you. Just because someone else bought a nicer home, just because someone else drives a nicer car, doesn't mean that that justifies doing that to you. Obviously, we work with a lot of wealthy families who do that. They pay cash for their homes. They pay cash for their cars, as they should. But then we also have people that are chasing that look or that image. And you know, the pitfalls for spending all your money and not having savings is if you hit a rough patch, you have nothing to fall back on other than maybe your credit cards, which are very hard to overcome, especially now with these credit card rates going up above 20%. You also are going to be working forever. If you don't save money, you're not going to be able to actually stop and smell the roses someday in retirement. Definitely not going to retire early, which a lot of people, we've met some really fired up young people that want to retire by 45 or 50. And to do that, they're living on very, very little right now, and they're saving a tremendous amount of money. A book that came to mind in our conversation was The Millionaire Next Door. And that might be a great book if you're a young person to read that and understand that there's a path for you in saving for the future. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're chasing other people in what they're doing, but you can create your own path. I think The Millionaire Next Door does a great job of depicting that. We'll link that in Amazon in our show notes. Thanks for watching.